Howdy all, Molex Lives. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. Oop. Come on, man. Get down the ladder. Alright. Woo. Well. It was a pretty quiet weekend. Everybody was gone, so I slacked out and just watched some movies by myself, basically. I mean, I guess they weren't all gone, but, you know, the people who normally invade my space weren't here this weekend, so, the two of us that were here just kind of went to our separate corners and stayed there. Basically both at our computers all weekend. So, yeah, and nobody showed up for game night Sunday night. I don't know what went down there. Just messages, I won't be on. Thanks. Super informative. Which is alright, because then I got to finish a couple of things off. So, oh, don't. Oh, don't. That's the opposite of don't. Should have just gunned it and see if I could push through. So, I know this is an old show, but I finally got to the end of Into the Badlands. I'm sad that they didn't get a 4th season. Or I'm sad that they didn't get to do an ending, I guess. So spoilers for Into the Badlands. I really liked it. I thought it was excellent. It was a really fun wirework kung fu show. It's set in a post-apocalyptic world where the previous civilization had outlawed guns, I guess. And so everybody was using like bows and swords and, you know, throwing knives and stuff like that. And then apparently they had developed a way to unlock greater than human potential in some people. And so when those people unlock when those people use their powers, their eyes go black, and then they're like super fast and super strong, and some of them even have like telepathic abilities, or not telepathic, telekinetic abilities in the later seasons, and or in the 3rd season. I don't remember it being in the first couple, but then again, it took me a long time to watch through the show. I really get distracted easy, and so it took me a long time to finish Into the Badlands, even though I loved every episode of it. I don't know why I didn't just sit there and burn through it. I guess it was the fact I knew it was over, and it makes me sad to start it knowing it's that over. Like, I still haven't watched Gotham, and Batman is my favorite superhero, I think. Well, maybe not my favorite, but one of my favorites. And that's been over for couple of years now. You'd think I'd be able to sit down and burn through 5 seasons of a show, right? Pretty easy. Nope, can't seem to bring myself to do it. Yeah, I guess we'll just stay on the road. But yeah, they got to the end of the show, and it had a pretty good ending. It's just that they expected a 4th season, And so they ended with hints of the fourth season, and then there was no fourth season. Um, like, like they only needed about 10 more minutes to, um, 10 more minutes to just wrap up. Had they not been going on to a fourth season, really. Um, and so, you know, they had some end of the season cliffhangers that didn't need to be. Um, Mostly some of the main characters were heavily wounded, which you have to assume they weren't going to die. Um, but they left them, like, heavily wounded and no, like, you know, scenes with them either dead or, you know, recovering. Um, and, uh, and then they had a little segment where they're like, something worse is coming, and then they show a guy with a gun. Um, which obviously, if they weren't going to do a fourth season, they wouldn't have had that in the show. But yeah, other than that little weird ending, because they got canceled after they thought they were doing a fourth season. Um, it was really good. I really liked it. It's if you like, just gonna get that guy since he's sitting there waiting for it. If you really like kung fu kind of shows, this is an excellent, excellent show. Really, really fun stuff. It's not, it's not, it's not believable kung fu by any means. It's, you know, it's fanciful wire work. People are like flying through the air, spinning in circles, and oh, where's the trellis? I always forget to look for the trellis to climb up. Uh, you know, stuff like that. So it's not, ow. It's not one of those serious shows where, you know, you're supposed to believe they could be doing what they're doing. Um, it is serious. It is a serious show. It's not goofy. It just, you know, has the fanciful wirework kung fu, where they fly through the air and like spin off walls and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I really liked it. I finished the newest season of another kung fu, I guess you could call it. Also a bit fanciful. But Cobra Kai. It's taken me a while to get through this season. Um, I wouldn't say Cobra Kai is awesome like I liked Into the Badlands, but I enjoy it. I'm sure some of it is nostalgia driven, given that, you know, when I was a kid, I, you know, I was into the Karate Kid movies a bit. Um, I hate when they get down in there and you can't hit them, but they can hit you. Listen, guy, it's twice you hit me. I don't appreciate it. I think that's my bag right there I need to grab. I think I can fit in here. Can I? No. Where's that bag? Listen, I don't know exactly where this is supposed to be at, but... Oh no, this says the bag is back over that way. Never mind. I thought that was the bag, but it's not. The icon says it's below me. Then I won't worry about it. Hey, bud. So, yeah, that was alright. I feel like, while I enjoy it, I do feel like it's getting repetitive. And this was like season 5, and they're still hashing out season 1 stuff, right? Um, I like that they're like really digging into the original movies though, and like bringing in the characters. I like that. Um, and that's pretty fun to me. That um, like obviously from the first movie, you've got what, Daniel and Johnny, and then they bring in Kreese from the first movie, and they had a guest slot by, I don't remember names now, um, by the girl from the first movie. So that was fun. They brought in some of the kids, the other kids. They're not kids anymore, obviously, but some of the kids from the first movie had a couple episodes in there, so that was fun. And then by the time we get to season 5, well, the bad guy now, or was for season 5 and 4, was the bad guy from movie 2, and then they brought in the bad guy from movie 3. Only now they've made friends, Daniel and um, Chosen. Oop. And so yeah, I find that a lot of fun, that they keep bringing in the characters from the previous movies. But I do feel like some of the rivalry amongst the new characters has gone on too long. Couple of seasons, sure, but we're 5 seasons in. Shouldn't they be over some of this stuff by now? I mean, maybe that would give them nothing to do on the show. But the same kids are fighting each other 5 seasons in. And, and then, and they got like, one of the guys escaped from prison. Like, people are like attacking each other with swords and stuff. And I'm just like, okay, I get this is a show, but you've completely left the realms of reality now, right? I mean, nobody in the United States is going to have a battle with swords and not someone get arrested and put in jail for it. I mean, they were like carving each other up at one point in the show. And I'm just like, okay. Have I gone in a circle? I feel like I went in a circle. Maybe not. Maybe I'm supposed to be down here. I get confused by their twists and turns. Also, I missed the bag. Gonna have to go back upstairs. Make sure I didn't miss that bag upstairs. I did. The bag is there. But it was enjoyable. If you like the original Karate Kid movies. If you don't like the original Karate Kid movies, you're probably not gonna like the show. It's very those movies, just with the next generation, right? Ooh, I think that's my point for level 5 Lucky Looter. Look at that. I mean, we started getting some good stuff, so... Well, my first sample wasn't great. And my second sample wasn't great. Hey, Lucky Looter, give me some luck. That one seems a little better. So I managed to get through that stuff over the weekend. And then... Whoa. Somebody done punched their way in from outside. Movies. I watched one terrible one and one good one. Let's start with the terrible one, I guess. I watched this movie, just flipping through looking for something to watch. Kind of as I've got nothing to do at the moment. And there was a movie called Father Stew with Mark Wahlberg. I think it was Mark Wahlberg. Man, that movie was awful. I don't even understand the point of it. I already did that. I don't understand the point of it. I don't know why they would make this movie. There was no part of it that was really special. It was just okay. I guess it wasn't terrible, but it definitely wasn't something that I wish I had watched. Does that make sense? It was a waste of my time. And sometimes I want to watch a movie because I want to be mad at the movie, right? Sometimes I want to watch a movie and I want the movie to be really good. I wasn't expecting this movie to be really good, but I also wasn't expecting it to be as useless as it was. So spoilers for Father Stew. But nothing happens in it, basically. It's about this guy, and he's getting too old to be a boxer. And then they tell him he's got some kind of infection or something wrong with his jaw. And so he can't box anymore. And so he goes out to Hollywood to become an actor. And he becomes an actor. And then he meets a woman at a church. He meets a woman at the grocery store. And then he becomes an actor. And oh, whoa, we've got some add-ons coming at me. We'll reload. And so then he decides to she's devoutly Catholic, and so he basically goes to the Catholic Church for her, and and then he gets drunk one night and gets in a motorcycle wreck and has a vision and decides to become a priest, and then finds out he's got some kind of muscular disease, and becomes a priest and dies. The end. That's it. That's the whole movie. I'm like, what was the point? Like, at no point in this movie, I'm not saying he had a great life, but it wasn't particularly horrible. I mean, other than maybe the muscle disease, but that didn't even happen until after he decided to become a priest, or that's when it started affecting him. I don't know. The synopsis for it was that he found peace. He found peace as a priest from his life, and so I thought it was going to be some kind of big struggle thing, and then it was just nothing. It was a big nothing. So yeah, so I found that movie to be quite disappointing. I felt like it was more like a Saturday afternoon Lifetime channel movie, right? That's kind of what it felt like. Have I been in here? I don't feel like I've been in here. Why is this place blocked off? I don't have room for anything. Oh, appears to be the shortcut out. All these hidden doors under the ground. Whoa. Try to jump out. Try to throw me in. So the other movie I watched this weekend was actually pretty good. And that was Lou. There wasn't a necessarily deep story to Lou, but it was a pretty fun action movie with some nice twists, and I found it pretty enjoyable. There's a lot of zombies who had nothing to do with this trying to get me. Listen, buddy. You're not part of the playtime, okay? Where did I park my car? My bike. So spoilers for Lou. Lou's about this little girl gets kidnapped by her father, who's a crazy criminal wanted by the government for war crimes he committed in, I think, South America, they said. And so his wife was basically in hiding from him, and then they learned that he had died in an explosion trying to get away from the authorities, but really hadn't. And so then he showed up and kidnapped their kid and went on the run with her. and she was basically hiding out on this other lady's property, who was also hiding out. And this giant storm comes in and, you know, knocks out the telephones and stuff, so they can't call the police. And so it's set during the 80s, so there's no cell phones or anything. And so Lou, the old woman, she has to go hunting for this kid in the woods because she has the skills. And yeah, it was pretty good, I have to say. I rather enjoyed it. It's definitely an actiony kind of movie. And I thought it had a pretty decent storyline. And I mean, it wasn't an amazing storyline. It's an action movie storyline, but you know, it was a solid action movie storyline. It wasn't goofy necessarily. It had some pretty good fight sequences. You know, I really liked it. I thought it was a good solid action movie. Kind of like less explosions and stuff, but kind of like Rambo a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. You know how they're in the woods and people are hunting and, you know, oh, I've got a concussion. I'm like, why did my screen just get all blurry? Because I'm dying, as always. Oh, and I'm out of gas. I have gas on me, though, so we'll be alright there. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed Lou a lot more than Father Stu. Father Stu was awful. It wasn't awful, I guess. Father Stu was boring and pointless. The dude didn't struggle. He didn't find peace. I didn't see where his life was that chaotic. I mean, yes. Was he over the hill boxer who was never gonna make it, who drank too much? Sure. But you know, basically, I mean, he never made it big in anything, but anything he tried, he succeeded at in the movie. Like, first he was a boxer. He wasn't a great boxer, but he made money boxing. And then he went to become an actor. Was he a great actor? No, but did he act in things and get paid for it? Yeah. Then he wanted to become a priest. Did he have to struggle slightly to get them to accept him as a priest? Or for the priest candidacy? Yes. But the struggle was basically he got a letter denying him. He went and talked to the guy, and then the guy accepted him. So what kind of struggle took place in this movie? And then once he became a candidate, you know, and then he came down with the disease, they never really showed him struggling with the disease. So that wasn't even part of the story, basically. That was just a side note that he happened to have it. And I'm just like, oh, what was the point? What was the point of this movie? I don't know. Whereas Lou, I understood the point of the movie. Lou had the skills to track this dude down. And Lou helps her mother, the girl's mother, track the girl down. And then there were some twists. Some good twists. Very enjoyable. But yeah, that was basically my weekend. I sat around and did nothing. I've been playing a lot of this game called Captain of Industry. And which is a weird name for it. I mean, I guess I get it. Now that I say it out loud. The title sounds different than you would think. Like, you think Captain of Industry. You think, you know, someone like what? I don't even know who's a cat. Ford, right? Ford would be a captain of industry. That's not what this game is about. This game is about.
Time is money, and I'll wager you don't have any.
Yeah, I don't. I'm dying here from this concussion.
Here's your reward, sucker.
Thanks. Ooh, just give me a clear zombie.
Listen up, jackass. What are you
I wish you wouldn't talk to me like that, dude.
You have work to do.
Here, buy this money from me. And let's see, do you got anything in here that I need? Anything in here that I need? I already have a steel chest. Well, I don't see anything in there. That's it? You only got one page of extra stuff? I guess I'll buy this. This is nice.
Shit, man. I treat you that good, and you don't even fucking tip me.
I really wish my base was someplace else. I hate talking to that guy. But yeah. So, it was alright. I liked Lou. I didn't like Father Stu. I thought I thought season 5 of Cobra Kai was alright, although it feels very rehashy for the most part of stuff they've already covered. And I really liked Into the Badlands. And I really enjoyed the end of season 3 of Into the Badlands. I had about 6 episodes left when I got to it. Basically, I hit the mid-season finale for season 3 and then stopped watching. So I had to come back for the final big war between Pilgrim and the Badlands. Yeah. Alright, with that, be better than the small things. Oh, man. Lean to the light, and I will talk to you later.